All right, we hope you are home safe this morning, but we do want to get a check on how GDOT is responding to this blast of winter weather with Joseph Schulman, looking at the northwest part of the state this morning.
It's great to have you here with us, Joseph. Okay, so let's start with road conditions. How are things looking overall across the region?
Here in northwest Georgia, we're pretty lucky. This system has passed through. Right now, we've got some black ice in some spots, some isolated spots of it that we're still treating out there. So we're still wanting people to stay home, stay off the roads, just for a little bit longer. But, fingers crossed, I think we're on the other side of this finally.
Any areas you want to highlight that are seeing the most ice buildup or anything that you guys have really ran into some issues with?
I think the main spots are those that are not getting that direct sunlight, spots where the road kind of dips down around curves, places like that. I think everywhere, though, you should be safe, be cautious. Again, try not to be on the roads this morning just for a few hours more as our crews finish up.
Yeah, and we're so grateful for your crews, Joseph. We know at one point you all were working around the clock, kind of a 12 hours on, 12 hours off shift. Currently, how many crews do you guys have deployed in the region?
I think we're really still kind of going almost at that full pace, just for a little bit longer. I imagine today is going to be the end of that. And then hopefully everybody gets to go home and get some rest for a couple of days.
Yeah, we know we do have those people who just don't have the choice to stay home and stay warm and off the roads. What advice do you have for our emergency workers and essential employees who just have to head out on the roads anyhow?
Number one, be safe, be smart, go slow. If you get to anything that looks like it might be black ice, stop. Don't drive over it. If you can, turn around. If you need to, call 911, but don't risk anything. There's really no reason to risk any spot that you think is black ice.
Yeah, it's certainly good to just be safe than sorry. And Joseph, you all were really, really prepared this time. We talked this week earlier about how we've had some different ice events here in Atlanta and how sometimes we as a state were or were not prepared. Talk about really the advanced preparation that went into what we saw.
People think of us preparing as in, we started hearing about it a few days ago. GDOT started back in August and September. We went through all of our vehicles. We go through all of our equipment, all of our crews. We make sure they know what their responsibility and their jobs would be, depending on what kind of event comes up. All of our equipment is checked. That's in August and September. So when we get to an event, everybody's ready. And so at that point, what we start doing is preparing. All of our brine tanks are filled. And then as we get more specifics on what that event's going to look like, is it going to be ice? Is it going to be snow? We're going to have freezing rain. How many days is it going to last? When's it going to hit? Once we get those details, we kind of start fine-tuning our plan. So it really is a planning process that starts back in the summer.
All right, that's intense. It looks like it's going well so far. And from what we can see, people are taking heed to the warnings and not being out on the roads today. All right, Joseph Schulman, GDOT, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you, guys.